Yes, 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 yes. We are back. Uh, we've missed you, Queen. How you been?
I've been good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been good.
that's what I like to hear. So what's going on? How was your week?
It was pretty good. I got some assignments done. Um, I'm doing the accounting thing, so yeah, I went
Oh
back to
yeah,
school, all these new business owners. So,
oh
you
yeah. She
know,
about to have our pockets right. And if you don't go to her, we got some problems. That's all I'm saying. Now, I just want to speak on my week too. Uh, although it had a few challenges, but it's been enlightening. You know what I mean? And that's what we look for, right? We look for the silver lining in the dark clouds, and I found them, and I could press forward. So my week was pretty good. I also want to speak on this one thing. When when will we know that we really know? This is not a topic. This is just think about it. We have conversations with friends so many times, right? We shoot out advice, we accept advice, and this if it's a real friend, you're able to speak freely to them, and we get this all the time. Yeah, I know. Like, when do we know? When do we know that we know if we continue to do the same thing over and over? Right? Ain't that what insanity mean? You do the same things over and over, expecting a different outcome. Have you
yes.
have you had any yeah I knows and conversations this week?
So what's the saying? If you knew, you wouldn't be asking. So how you
Right.
gonna say you know?
Right. You knew better, you do better. All those little cliches. If you know, execute, man. Stop telling me you know. But then I'll see you doing the same things, man. Execute. I just wanted to get that out. Because it's been on my brain, it's been weighing on my brain. And I just need y'all to know that if I tell you I know something, you ain't gonna see me falling back and doing the moonwalk at the beginning again, man. Just I know, so I'm gonna move forward, I'm gonna press forward, and I'm gonna make sure I do what I say I know. And I just encourage everybody else to do the same. Also, we got this thing called Spotify. They got this new feature called Green Room, and it's supposed to, I, I guess, rival Clubhouse. And those of you who know what Clubhouse is, it's an app you can get on. You can open up a room. People can join in, and you just talk about whatever you're going to talk about, but you have an audience right there. And so what the Green Room does, it does the same thing, but with this, people can like type in their responses and their opinions and their ideas, while you're speaking. And I think that's pretty dope. And you're going to, in the real near future, that's where we're going to be headed, right? We're going to be in the green room. Everybody can come join us, Incorrectly Correct, and give us your feedback live while we're talking. And if you don't want to be heard, you can type in, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun coming up. So I just want everyone to know when we do this, go ahead and get the app as well, so y'all can join in our room, so y'all can y'all talk, and we're gonna listen. And I'm going on a tangent because I think I need to reiterate what we do here with Incorrectly Correct. we are letting everybody know we don't have all the answers, man. That's why that's our saying. That's our little through line. Like we don't have all the answers. We got all the banter. We can talk all day about it. We're not saying our opinion is right. We're not saying what we say with these different topics that's the end all be all. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is asking you guys to give your feedback, because if you tell us something, we might see that in a different perspective and run with it, accept it. That's what we do. We accept everything with open
Mhm.
arms, with an open mind. And I say that because there's a lot of feedback that's been going to me thinking that when we have these topics, that what we're saying is what it is, and that's just not the case at all. Have you been getting anyone telling you that?
I get a little bit of feedback. I get
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
And so I just want to reiterate that, man, about what this podcast is, because we don't know it all. We're not trying to be, oh yeah, dude, you're wrong. Yes, we most definitely are. We're incorrectly correct. We are rightfully wrong. We're wrongfully right. That's the beauty of this podcast. That's what drives this podcast. So as long as you guys know that, I think that we'll get more feedback and more unbiased feedback. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not biased over here. I know that was something to say because it needed to be said, and we love our listeners, man. You know what I mean? And I like to talk this talk, man, because this one's gonna be fun. I'm about to I'm gonna say some things, man, people might not agree with, but it's my truth, and you can tell me that I'm wrong, and I'm gonna accept it. I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. Anyway, sorry about that. Just had to get it out there. Now, what we do also, let's shout out these businesses, these small businesses. We're gonna shout them out. Make sure people that are listening know who they are. Go to their either website or their page, whether they're on Facebook or Instagram, and check them out. Go support them, right? So we got Niche Sweets, and that's spelled Nechez Sweets, Sweet with a Z. And you can find her on Instagram. On her Instagram page, she has a link to her website. And like I said, she does jewelry. She does homemade jewelry, bracelets, earrings, necklaces. Go check her out, support her. We got Unique Eats Treats, and that's spelled UNIQU3, okay, underscore eats underscore treats. And that's on IG. Check her out. Link, of course, is going to be to her website. She's a caterer. If you need anything for an event, a birthday party, wedding, anniversary, whatever the case, hit her up, man. She gonna hook you up, and she got some good food. She got some good eats. I've said it, and I'm gonna keep saying it because it's the truth. Also, I am AEP, which is an event planning business. That's I underscore am underscore AEP. You can find her on IG, and just like everyone else, the link to her website would be in her bio. And I've seen her work. I only stand by stuff that I feel is quality. She she does a good job. If you got an event, trust you might want to call her because if you're in the California area, LA area, you know, I got to make sure I get the region set up so you guys will know. But when you hit her up, I'm telling you, you're gonna love her work, and you can go see for yourself. Um, We also have Keys Sweets. That's Keys Sweets, Sweets. Check her page out on Facebook. She does all the sweets you need. Let me just say that. Okay, she got the cheesecake in the cup. I don't know what you call them. Do you know the term for that?
The cheesecake, a cupcake, the cheese.
Yeah, I don't know. I know it's a term to it, but I don't know. I just know it's cheesecake in the cup. She do cupcakes, cake sickles, which is like popsicles, but it's cake.
Hmm.
Chocolate covered strawberries. Like she just does it all. And let me tell you, I've tasted them. Of course I did. But I tasted them, and you're gonna love it. Go check out her work, man. Right? There's Keys Sweets on Facebook. Check out her page. You're gonna be surprised by the things that you're gonna see. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. Also, lastly, we have authenticreligion.la, and that's AUTHENTIK religion.la. Check them out on Instagram. They also got the website on the bio, hats, gear. I'm telling you, this young man he's coming up in the game. You can see him rising in the ranks. And go buy stuff, go support everybody that you heard me shout out. Go support, go buy some stuff, man. Go let them know that you see them, you see their hard work, and enjoy the things that they're pushing out, man. Enjoy their product. That's all I gotta say. And that's what we do here. We want to make sure we give our shout outs to those who are putting in the work, man, to create a better life for their family and for themselves. Right? And so let's make sure that we go and do that. Now, you ready?
I'm ready.
You are?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, so this week our topic is agree to disagree. There's so many things that we talk about, and it can be a normal living room conversation, it can be conversation at work, or even at church, wherever setting you're in, you can talk about a topic and somebody might not agree with you, and you might not agree with them. So instead of you guys, maybe upset at each other for their opinions and their ideas and their input on things, just agree to disagree with them. We all know that term. We all know what that means. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be some topic points here that people aren't gonna agree with, I'm sure. And I'm gonna say if it's something I agree with, I'm standing on it, you know, and I know that I'm probably wrong. I'm pretty aware of it, but it has to be spoken on, man. First topic point. Your ex is to blame for you missing out on a good partnership. What what goes through your head when you first hear that, Queen Naomi? When you hear that, what's the first thing you say?
That we playing the blame game.
Mm, is it fair?
Nope, because it takes two.
I'm with you on that. Okay, so let's say you're in a relationship
Hmm.
and there was a chance to get with someone who you may have grown better with if you would have stepped away from your current relationship and got with this one, right? When you hear that, it sounds dumb. It makes no sense. Like, how can you blame your ex for that? You made a decision to stay with your ex, right?
Right.
I say wrong. I say wrong. And this is what I mean. Let me give y'all a story. I was in a relationship and let me say this. Uh, the woman was a good woman, right?
Mhm.
But when you move around and you work different places, you go to different settings, you meet people. And I met this woman, and I'm in a relationship, and I can be honest, I didn't even look at this other woman as someone that I would try to develop anything with, right?
Mhm.
But
Right.
conversation was good. We got to know each other, and when we got to know each other, turns out she doctor, right? That
Mhm.
really don't mean much, but she was established. She had her shit together. You know what I'm saying? She was a USC graduate, right? And
Mhm.
once she got to know me, she developed feelings, right? She developed these these thoughts and fantasies of me and her becoming a power couple, right? And
Right.
it was tempting. Oh, it sounded so tempting. You know, you don't have to worry about anything. I I see you. I want to help you get your business off the ground. You've been telling me about this one thing that you're into, and I can get you there. And whenever I get you the this vehicle, which will be your business, I'm handing you the keys. I don't want a spare key. I don't want no rights to this car. I want you to run it. You know, I want to see you succeed, but I want you by my side though. This is verbatim words that I was getting from this other woman. And because I'm in a relationship, a committed relationship, I don't know. I turn it down. Nah, I can't do that. You, I'm, I'm with somebody, and you do know that. And I do appreciate you wanting to see me grow, but I'm not gonna walk out on my girlfriend for this. You know what I'm saying? And I walked away from that woman. I made the choice. You listening to this, you did the right thing. How could you just step out on your girl if she was good to you for this woman and you barely really know, and she might have an ulterior motive. You never know. I get it. But me and that girl ain't together. So now, not now, but there were a point in my life where I sat back and was like, you mean to tell me I could have had this doctor who wanted to see me, he wanted to see your boy shine, right? She saw the diamond in the rough with me, and she wanted to take me there.
Mhm.
And she was dead serious. But I told her, nah, because I'm with this woman. But then this woman leaves me. At that point, can I can I say she's to blame? Is there a inkling of a yes in that question? What do you think?
It is a beautiful thing to have somebody believe in you. It
Yeah,
is. But as far as if she's to blame, I would say yes to an extent because what did she did not do for you to even stray in the first place?
good question. That's an excellent question. And a wholehearted answer would be nothing.
Sometimes that may
When
be the problem.
no, no, and nothing wasn't. I don't mean nothing by a bad way. Like she didn't do nothing for me to stray away. I was just a piece of crap. I can admit that. My younger days, I can admit it. I was a piece of crap. I wasn't, you know, everything in me wasn't dedicated to a committed relationship,
Mm.
right? It was one of those look good on paper situations, and I wasn't fully in it at that time,
Mhm.
right? So to say that she did anything to make me stray away, like, no, she didn't. It was just all me. But I'm just saying it's stupid. I know it's ignorant. I can hear me saying this. I can hear me tell the story. But I feel like there's a little piece where I can say, yeah, I can put blame on her because she left anyway. So who, you know what I mean? Now there's the what if factor or the coulda woulda shoulda factor. You know what I'm saying? And I did make the decision to not roll with the doctor and stay with my lady. But I'm not with her. So maybe me and the doctor could have been rolling right now. It's like we don't know. So we get to question it, right?
Mhm.
We get to walk into that dark area. And for that, man, I would agree. What's your take on that? You agree or you disagree? Or do you agree to disagree?
I don't know. I
No?
don't know. No, I don't. Honestly, I don't. Because I
Why?
mean, you basically wrapped it up in a nutshell that you was a piece of crap at that moment in time. That kind of sums it up.
Oh, that that hurts. But I get it. I get it. So you don't have a dog in the race in this one. Like, do you agree or disagree? I took it to the people, right?
What they say.
Some real democracy. You know what I'm saying? I took it to the people. And this one lady, when I asked, do you agree or disagree? She just went straight with the disagree, right? And when I asked her, and when I say that was her only response, it was nothing, it was nothing behind it. Her response was disagree. And I was like, well, why you say that? Like, you can't just say you disagree. You gotta let me know why. She goes, because it's a lie. Like, just there's nothing there. Just I disagree. That's it, point blank. And I respect it. I love it. But I'm gonna say why that's unacceptable in a little bit here, right?
Okay.
We gonna come back to that. I also had a person say, and of course, this one I respect as well too. Um, she said she agreed. She said she agreed because from what she said, let's read it here. I too was in the same situation as you. I was with a man. I loved this man. I cared a lot for this man. But there was a guy who I worked with who thought the world of me. And he would let me know every day at work. And I would let him know every day as well. I have a man. I'm committed to this man. I'm not leaving this man. This man would go to tell her the day that he tell you or the day that you tell him y'all through, I want you to hit me up immediately. Now, when somebody tell you that, don't that give you like a warm feeling? Doesn't that give you like a sense of value,
It does.
right? Like this person is saying, I know who you got. I know you got a man, but I'm so dedicated to us being something that one day y'all not going to be together. And when that day comes, get at your boy, right? And time went by and things didn't work out with her and her man, but that guy had moved on. He waited as
Mhm.
long as he could have and he moved on. and she can accept that she made her choice, but she also had that small little inkling like me that was like, you know what? This one, I decided to be faithful to this dude. I decided to be committed to this man, and there's this man who worshiped the ground I walked on, and I passed that up for this man. So to that, like you can't blame your ex. Just that small piece though. You can low key blame your ex for missing out. You know, you can't. You can't. It's stupid. But there's a small little percentage, which is like 0.8% out of 100 that you can say your ex is to blame. Do you know any stories like that, or have you been in any situations like that?
Um, I do get the concept of being loyal, but that's like, are you really gonna pass up a good job opportunity for a poop butt job?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
You-
getting the job done, you paying rent, but are you really gonna pass up an opportunity for promotion?
right. That's the part, right? If you
Mhm.
leave that pooper job for something different, but you've been there for a while, like there's an opportunity that you just might get to come up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And you kind of not want you don't want to pass that up. You don't want to leave that.
But y'all did make the choice to stay at that minimum wage job, just getting y'all basic needs done because you was
Right.
loyal to that job.
Yeah. This one man said, no, I'll have to agree to disagree. He said because till death do us part has to mean something. He's absolutely right.
Yeah, I will agree in that concept. Yes.
Yeah. You can't tell somebody, man, I'm here to the end and not stand on those words. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So he's absolutely right. You know, I I just want to say that even though I say I agree with that you can blame your ex, I also disagree. I can accept because
Hmm.
let's be honest, man, it just makes no sense to do that, right? To put blame on somebody when you made the choice. But man, that little inkling right there. I know another dude,
Hmm.
right? Married. He was married for a long time. And, he was the provider, man. He had his own business, right? So he provided for his children, for his wife, for everything, paid all the bills, everything. You know what I mean? And he was doing pretty good, but there was a woman, almost the same situation that we spoke on in previous stories.
Hmm.
There was a woman that worshiped this dude, loved his dirty draws, and she knew his he's married. Of course she knew, right? But she also knew of the infidelity of this man's wife, huh? Because they lived in the
Hmm.
same complex. But while he out busting his ass working, she sliding dudes in, and that fueled her to really want him. Like, this is a good dude. Every woman, not every, let me not do that. A lot of women see a good man and they want to know what that feels like. They want a piece of that,
Hmm.
right? And this woman sees it. Like, this dude, look at this man. He's out here working every day. His own business. He's not working for nobody, working for himself. children don't need anything, wife don't need anything, and she just got dudes coming in. Like, how could she do that? I can be a better woman. I can be a better woman for her than, I mean, for him than her, right? And she
Mm-hmm.
made her move to this man. She made her move. She let him know everything, not the infidelities, but how she felt about him. And she was well off as well, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
she was well off. She had money. She had success. She was well off. You know, all her children was grown and doing their thing. And she wanted to let him know, look, me and you, we can pair up and and do this. I know your children because we live in the same complex. We can make it work. And as a good man, he's like, no, get out of here with that. Like, no, I'm not leaving my woman. And his woman leaves him. His wife leaves him. And the shock of it just put him in a downfall, right? The shock
Mm-hmm.
of it, just the information alone tore him apart, man. Tore him apart. And that woman who wanted to experience his him being a good man, she moved on when he told her, "Nah, I can't do that." She didn't stick around. She moved on. And he told me himself, like, man, this woman does. She done told me this. She want this with me, and I'm married. I can't do that. I can't step in and be with this woman. But this woman left him for another dude. So can we? can, can we a little bit? Like just a little bit. Place the blame on that ex, man. You know, because I made a decision to stay with you, but you made a decision to leave me, and I could have had this thing. So on that, I'll agree and disagree, but mostly agree, and I'm gonna stand by that. Oh man. Okay. Now we moving on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And our next topic point is marriage, right? We just got finished speaking on um these three different stories where there was somebody who really wanted a piece of this person and couldn't get it because they wanted to be dedicated to something.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna speak on marriage and how it's a joke in today's society. This is why I say this. I've seen a lot of marriages, not all marriages.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta keep iterating that. Um, a lot of marriages goes to shit. It don't last, right? And most of the time, the parties would say, "Well, it wasn't you, it was me. I wasn't ready," or "You walked away on me. You cheated. I can't be with you," or "We're struggling too much financially. I need to find somebody that I know I can be solid and stable with. This ain't working, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. Or the man, we only got together because we had to. Who else I'm gonna go to?
And that's the worstest thing you can do.
Or the time one. Well, shit, we done been together this long. I mean, even though it ain't a good relationship, but all the time we done spent, might as well gonna get married,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you got married out of circumstance, right? But not out of unconditional, undeniable, unbreakable companionship. It was just because of circumstance.
What you call that? A shotgun wedding?
The shotgun wedding.
That's a circumstance.
Yeah, right. I mean, let's talk about that, man. Like, how many marriages have you seen fail because of those circumstances, or more, or different, angles that they've taken to get married? Yeah, I've seen a lot, man.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot, and with that, it throws me in weird space, right? Because you witness so much of it. You like, well, what's the use? What's the reason to even go that route?
A lot of people
Outside,
don't want to be alone. That's how I look at it. A lot of people don't want to be alone and they rather
eh,
just settle.
mm, there it is. There it is.
They
I'm
settle
tired of being alone.
for whatever just to say they got something.
Just to say they did it, and they go all out with the bells and whistles and everything to make it a something to see. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Make a spectacle of things. You seen the wedding. You seen how we all was dancing and grooving and getting there. You seen it. And y'all don't even hold each other in y'all honeymoon. Y'all already arguing.
A lot of people don't understand a marriage is not about the wedding or the ceremony. It's about what you put in it. It's about the two people. It's not even
Definitely,
about that piece of paper.
definitely. Now, I've seen marriages work. I've seen a lot of marriages work. And that came from them really spending the time, right?
Mm.
Before the marriage, spending the time together. A lot of people feel like they got this notion like, oh, shit, man, we all gonna die one day. We don't know when we gonna die. Life is short. All those different scenarios in their head is why they would jump into a marriage. Once again, a horrible circumstance to be married. The relationships that I've seen, the marriages I've seen that works, are the ones that really put in the time before even saying I do. Right? They establish that love for each other. They've grown together spiritually, mentally. They grown together. Right? So now when we put the rings on, when we say I do, we know it's forever
Hmm.
because it's been forever.
So
Now I know I just. Mhm.
would you say if people looked at it in the concept of sex is marriage
Oh,
before
that's
they
another
actually jump the broom, things would be totally different
one.
because you already know what you're getting before you jump that broom.
Mm, that's another one. That's another one. And I'm not saying this to say it, man. I've actually seen it, right? I'm not calling nobody names, but I actually seen it. You know, that's the best she ever had. Best sex she's ever had. And every time they did it, just the most magical feeling, the most magical moment ever. This gotta be my husband. This is him. I haven't gotten this from nobody. All she was talking about was the sex. Go ahead and jump that broom, say I do. And this dude's mentality, his attitude, his personality was just crappy.
Mm.
This woman just traded her peace. She just traded her life, her happiness for a good time in the bedroom.
A good feeling.
And that happens a lot. People sacrifice they sacrifice their growth, they sacrifice their peace, their love for passion, for a passionate night, passionate moment in the bedroom. And that is horrible. But we see it a lot.
Hmm. More
And
than often.
more than often. And you know, let's not even let's not even talk. Well, let's talk about it. Screw that. let's talk. Let's talk about the ones who do it because of how somebody looks.
Mm.
That is that is the most cringe-worthy reason to marry somebody. Is ridiculous. I mean I know it's a criteria when it comes to um
Attraction. But
reproduction, right? I just say, well, shoot, I know I'm gonna have some beautiful babies if I have a child by him, or even the dude, man. I know I'm gonna have some beautiful, smart children if I have children by her, right? Which which is pretty shallow. But marriage, so that marriage photo can look fire. So when y'all post on Instagram and y'all post that smile, and it's like, man, both of you guys are beautiful, y'all glowing, y'all must have a wonderful relationship. All
you would
right,
think.
go spend the night with them. They can't even stand the sight of each other. Imagine that. We got married because we look good together, but you can't even stand the sight of the person. Talk about irony.
Mm.
And we can go on and on. You know any other circumstances people get married? I know a few more. And it's not from unconditional companionship. It's not because you know I done been through the ringer with this person. I know they're here for me.
But it's not even that. It should also be based on, do they fulfill you spiritually, mentally, emotionally? Are y'all able
Right,
to hold a conversation with one another?
right.
Because
Is
when
the
all those looks fade, or
there
what
you
I like
go.
to say, that transmission go out, will you still enjoy that person?
Is it still that beautiful car? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And there
Life is
are
real.
there you go. There you
Life
go.
is real. Would you
Life is
still love
no
your
joke,
woman if she had cancer and one of her boobs is out? Are you still gonna love her? Are
right?
you gonna love this man when he decides to get that beer belly and his hair start going away? Are you
Right?
still gonna love him? Are you still
Y'all
gonna
get
love
old.
her?
Y'all get
Hmm.
old. And you know, you're gonna have to, how you say it, change the diapers. Wipe your booty, man, when you can't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or are you still holding hands with that person in those moments? Right? And a lot of people when they see the decline, instead of, all right, let's put this vehicle in reverse, or let's turn around and go back up this hill. But when they start going down that hill, down that decline, they jump out the car. They don't stay in and be like, hold on, we made a wrong turn somewhere. Let's turn around and retrace our steps and get it right. They jump out the car more times than not. And I just hate to say it, but when it comes to marriage being a joke in today's society, um, I agree wholeheartedly.
I believe that they have got weaker, because back in
Yeah.
granddaddy and grandmama day, granddaddy could have had a gambling problem, they was
Uh,
still together, you know?
yeah. Yeah. Drinking problem. There's a scene in Temptation, um, the scene where Paul he it got bad with the drinking, right? And he wanted to get back. He wanted to get back, and they go to the house. I don't know what they were celebrating. I don't remember, but he's singing. He's singing his heart out, but he falls to the ground because he drunk. He plastered. He toe up, and everybody helps him to the car. And the wife jumps in and she drives them home. And the women that was at that party was telling his wife, "It's gonna be okay, baby. It's gonna be okay. Just get home safe." Do you see that nowadays?
There's some of us that's still out there, I would say.
I believe that.
But when is enough enough though?
Okay. Okay. Is this another topic we gonna get in? Nah, because I I'm with you. When is enough enough, right?
Mhm.
But when you brought up the grandma and grandpa days, that's what I was agreeing to. That scene just it depicted exactly what you said, right?
Mhm.
Like she know her husband, she know he a junkie, she know he a alkie, you know what I mean? And she's not walking away. It's embarrassing for her, right? He embarrassing you in front of everybody, but she's still there. We however we gonna fix this or however we gonna do it together. I ain't going nowhere, right? Like
Mhm.
we don't see that anymore. The first time you do something that that man or that woman ain't feeling. Oh man, she embarrassed me, man. I ain't about to be out here being embarrassed by nobody. I'm gone. I'm I'm me. I'm a man. She ain't about to make me look bad in front of all my homeboys, all my friends. Fuck that. I'm gone. I can't be with nobody like that.
Would you
Like
call
it's
that pride?
yeah, it's ego for sure. We hold dear
Mhm.
to those egos,
But if I'm supposed to be a reflection of you and you're supposed to be a reflection of me,
right? So that's what I mean. So what does that say? That says marriage is a joke. Nobody is in it to win it. Nobody is in it for the long haul. And I'm sorry that I say nobody. I don't mean nobody because I know couples that's still together, and I know they're gonna stay together to the dying day,
but
and
then
I
the love
love it.
fall off.
I love it. I love it. I love love. I love to see that, right? And I know the winning marriages. I've seen them, and I still see them now.
Mhm.
But more than them, I can name five. I can name five couples. Just with one hand, I can name the ones that I see winning that I know personally. I'm not saying period. I'm just saying that I know personally. But for
We do
everybody else,
live
I ran out of hands and toes. I mean,
we do
fingers
live
and
in
toes.
a society where everybody wants everything quick and fast. You
Exactly.
know, they want it easy. They don't want the
Easy.
hard work.
Hmm.
It's easy to change up and jump into a new car. That's so easy, but the hard part is sticking with that person day in and day out and
Yep.
still choosing to make each other happy.
Yep. That's why I say this today's society, right? Because
Mhm.
you are absolutely correct. I want it easy and I want it fast. I ain't got time for the developments and the breakdowns and sticking with it. We ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? We chasing, but they say we chasing the bag or you know what I mean? Like we chasing something else. We ain't chasing that fulfillment. That's gonna take time. Nobody wanna take the time. A lot of people, I gotta stop saying nobody, but a lot of people don't want to take the time. We see it all the time. And I don't it's hard to not see it when it comes to these celebrities and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to not see it, but they don't last. They getting passed around.
Yeah. It
How,
makes me think of these cities where everybody know each other.
man, it is sad, man. And what I ain't even get a chance to ask you. Do you agree or you disagree or you agree to disagree with that topic point that marriage is a joke in today's society?
I actually agree. It's amazing how people just want the ceremony. How some people just don't want to put the work in it, but they want the title. They want the
Right?
title. That is a contract between you
Now
and God and the city that you did it in.
I now I haven't seen this one a lot, but
Hmm.
I've seen this one. And the circumstance was, well, I just want to do it different than my parents did. My parents wasn't married, right? I want to
Hmm.
show them up. So I'm gonna get married and show them what they should have done. So that's what you're basing your marriage on, showing up or getting a leg up on your parents or your mom because the relationship between you and your parents ain't good right now. So I'm gonna show you. Watch this. I can get married. Y'all can't because it didn't. Y'all couldn't do it. Y'all wasn't strong enough. But you're married, and I'm telling you, this woman married this guy just to show up her mom's, and their marriage is horrible,
But we
horrible.
still together.
But you said it. You said it without me saying it. Because I would have the conversations with her like, why are you still with this dude? Hey,
That's that pride.
y'all know, man. And she like, well, all I know is whenever we have our family functions, I get to look at my mama and show her that I can get married. It's like that's your that's
Her
your
mom,
whole reasoning. You
her
think your
mama
mom
probably
is
laughing at her.
right? You think your mama
Like
jealous of you? You want
she
a
probably
horrible relationship?
she probably wiping her forehead like, "Ooh, I dodged a bullet." If that's what I would have been,
Thank you. If that's what it is,
I don't want it.
I don't
Not
want
at
it.
all. Not at all.
And that's not a circumstance you see every day. But when I found that out, I was like, my goodness, man, circumstance. You don't even really love this dude. You just putting up with him just so you can show Miles. I did what you couldn't do.
But believe it
That
or not, it seems like forever relationships actually last longer than some of these marriages.
which is true because y'all haven't said I do yet. And that's another thing when it comes to marriage in this society that's a joke to me is now that we're married, there's this sudden feeling or this sudden ownership that you grab, right? It's
The
there,
rules.
right? It's there when you're together. You draw boundaries and you draw these lines that the other person don't even see, so they cross it a lot. But
Hmm.
when it comes to marriage, like we married now. We are united. We are one union. We are bonded together. So in order for me to be happy, this what you gotta do.
Here comes the fine print, right?
Right? Here come the BS, man. You know what I'm
You
saying?
got to be home by 7 o'clock. You can't go see your friends, and you got to be up under me all the time.
Mm,
Like, what
mm,
kind of
mm,
stuff
mm.
is this?
Right. No, you're not your own person no more. You're me. You're a part of me. So whatever I say gotta go. And that's both ways, right?
Hmm.
That's how women feel and that's how men feel. Like we did this, so now you are really, really mine. I purchased you. So you're mine now.
So
And
that
this is how
marriage
I treat
certificate
my
is a
things.
receipt.
Right.
It's a receipt.
This is how I treat my things.
You're an object, not a person.
Right. Your spouse ain't even a human anymore, man. Your spouse is your property.
Man, what is it? Your warden, your probation officer.
Oh man. And I would hear that and I just be like, "Shit, more power to you, my boy or homegirl." You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm not free to be me, I don't want it. I don't want it. I gotta do everything you. Oh man, hell no, I don't want no parts of this. But if you love me, you would, right? If you fucks with me, you agree with my terms. What
Guess I don't love you
terms
that
and
much.
terms and agreement? You're an app now. But we see it a lot, and this is sad, man. It's sad, and you know, kudos to the people who would rather be single than to jump into something they know might not last. And to those people, is it because they know them, right? Do these people they know that they're not worthy or ready or prepared to be married to someone, right? I think it's because of the situations they've seen and they've witnessed. I don't want
Mhm.
no parts of that, not even a little
Yeah,
bit.
but
So
they have to look at it differently, honestly. Because there's nothing wrong with marriage, but instead of looking at marrying somebody just to have somebody, how about just marry your best friend, somebody that you actually enjoy being around, that y'all got something in common.
yeah, got to be your friend, man. Got to be
Hmm.
somebody you not afraid to confide into. Got to be somebody that's not going to hold judgment over you over the things that you tell them, and vice versa. Shoe on the other foot. Just it got to be that for it to work. I don't see it any other way where to work
Mm, it's not
because if
gonna
not,
work.
it's circumstance. You know what I mean? And that's the worst part of jumping into a marriage. It's circumstantial. It's the worst. It got to be real. It got to be real devotion and love there, man. But we see it so much more than we don't, right? A
Hmm.
whole lot more, and that's a scary sight.
Yeah, you got to read the terms and conditions.
It shouldn't even be any, but they're there. They're present. They are really there, man. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So I would say I agree.
I would agree too. I mean, but at the same sense, a lot of people don't look at those red flags. They just ignore the red flags. You knew this person was crazy from the gate. You knew this person
Right,
was possessive from the gate, you
right.
know?
And this person said they agree to disagree,
Mm,
and she said, because I still believe in marriage. Even not a lot of people stay in marriage long now. Like there had to be something there to make them take that big step. And she said, and I think the ones that don't last is for lack of communication. It's because of lack of communication.
mhm.
And yeah, that plays a role too. That plays a big ass role when people get married. This just you they expect their spouse to know them, right? So you supposed to know me. You supposed to read me when I'm in my moods. or when I'm feeling a certain way. You supposed to know these things. Like that's too much to put on somebody.
Hmm. Or the couples that the one might want kids, the other one never wanted to have kids ever. That should be one of the first conversations y'all have when y'all first meet.
Right? And you don't have the conversation, and then look what happened. Well, I ain't know you wasn't with it like I was with it. So you know what, man? I don't think this will work. I don't think this will work out. And
I
y'all
think
break it
that's a
off.
big one. Hmm.
That's a huge one.
Or you don't
Or
even know what type of fetish that person is in, and they want to do
right,
all kind of different things that you're not into.
right. But let me let me throw this out there. I know it's ignorant. Look, this is stupid that I'm about to say, but lack of communication. Like, say you get married to a serial killer. You think if you get married to a serial killer, you think that person's supposed to tell you that?
Or will they tell you that?
Like, what if they want to, but they know they can't because they don't know what the reaction would be, right?
Hmm.
Hypothetically, we get married and it's dope. You know what I mean? I got a great secure career. So do you. You know what I mean? We got a very nice place. Everything is wonderful. I get up in the morning, make breakfast, the whole nine. Man, this is lovely. And I'm out here Dexter on these motherfuckers. got my own little killing room and everything, and I'm going to work. You feel
Yeah,
me? Am I supposed to tell you that?
you would think.
I, I know this is silly, but that's a good question. Like, do you supposed to tell that person that? Like, I'm supposed to communicate. You're supposed to know everything about me.
I would say yes, because I mean, who
You would
knows?
want to, you would
They,
want your husband to tell you?
yes, I would.
Oh my God. All right, how would you take that info?
Well, I'm sorry, honey, but I'm not into that. I mean, simple as that.
So,
Because there are some people that's into that stuff. They think it's a turn on, that
so
Bunny and
you're,
Clyde stuff.
so you're walking away,
Yeah, you need to find somebody on your level.
even though everything is taken care of. You don't know nothing about it. The only reason you knew because he told you. But you get your breakfast every morning. Y'all make dinner together. Everything is wonderful. Y'all best of friends. Y'all go out. Y'all have all the fun. But I'm just over here stabbing up a few folk. You know what I'm saying? Torturing a few people because it's
I
something
just
I'm
do it at
into.
I just do it twice a month.
Just
What is that? Ain't no
oh
big
man,
thing.
oh man. So how far do communications supposed to go? That's what I'm like. We lack communication. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you what I'm doing in my little spare time. I don't think I'm supposed to let you know what goes down in the shed back there.
But I'm supposed to be your friend. I mean,
Yeah,
come
but
on now.
as my friend, you about to leave me if I tell you this shit. What you talking about?
Now that's selfish because I'm not going to be no accessory.
You would not be. I'm too good at it. I've been doing it for years. Nobody's ever caught me. What you talking about? Matter of fact, this is how I'm such a good dude to you. I gotta get all my frustrations out. Grab some random, take them out. You know what I'm saying? Cut off a few legs and shit. Like I gotta do what I gotta do when I walk in that house. I'm at total peace. I'm just talking crap, man. But I'm just saying, a lot of people say that like, it got communication got to be there, but to what extent? You want to know everything? You sure? I don't think you want to know everything because once you do, I'm looked at wrong. You don't want to be around me no more. So it's like, you know, I don't know, but I know But I don't know. Let me say this, man. I don't think that if you're into some things that that you feel could mess up what you have, I feel you have the right to not tell that person.
I would disagree.
Yeah. And I totally understand why you would. I really do. I'm not just saying I really understand why you would disagree. A lot of people should disagree with that, right? But I'm just saying, like, just if you out here on your Dexter, like, I ain't saying that that's a thing. It is, but I'm not saying like that's an everyday thing. Like, I don't think your wife should know. Or if you're a woman out here doing this, I don't think your husband should know.
So let's go back to that other scenario where old girl had different guys come in while old dude was at work.
Right.
So he wasn't
Okay.
supposed to know.
Yeah, he was supposed to know, but he was supposed to find out from her, not from a neighbor. He didn't find out from a neighbor. He did end up finding out from her when she walked away from him, when she left him. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, yeah, he's supposed to find out, but from her, from his wife, not from a stranger or not from another outside source. He's supposed to find out from his wife.
Yeah, but you just kind of contradict yourself about something should be secret.
She kept that secret until she left him. So she was fantastic at that. She did a great job. He didn't know nothing. He didn't suspect nothing. He had no clue of nothing. He thought everything was hunky dory. And when she left him, everything came out.
Mm,
So I mean, you know what I mean? Right. Put this is wrong. I know this is wrong, but we incorrectly correct over here. Put yourself in her shoes. I'm gonna tell you that I'm inviting dudes over here while you at work and the children are at school every day,
so
so you can
disrespectful.
leave me and I have nothing because I don't have nothing. I don't bring nothing to the table. You do everything. Let me play devil's advocate. She's supposed to tell him so she can lose it all.
I mean, well, Eric Benet decided to tell Halle Berry that he had an addiction.
Oh man, what was his addiction?
He had a sex addiction.
I hate that term. That's not a real term. That's not a real term. I can't stand that, man. They try to hit Tiger Woods with that. This dude is a big celebrity and he got way more options than the normal man. So that ain't no addiction. That's me having a bunch of options. I don't, I don't want to run with that one. I can't stand that one. But you know what I mean? Like, so this woman said communication, that's how it lasts for marriages. But I had to throw that out there. I had to be that devil's advocate. I had to be incorrectly correct. Like, I mean, do I gotta tell you? What if it's something I'm into that's morally wrong? I don't think I should be telling you that, man. I think I'm supposed to just keep that to myself. Let me do this, and I'll be the perfect dude to you. You just ain't gotta know about my little thing out here on the side. I ain't cheating. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing none of the stuff most people break up for. I just gotta chop up a few folks, man. That's how I develop my inner peace.
So let's look at
Uh,
it from a different aspect.
okay.
I haven't paid taxes in 9 years. Now you marry me, and now we both owe taxes, back taxes. You wasn't supposed to tell me.
Yeah, but yeah, you're supposed to tell financial. That's financial because y'all about to. Y'all about to combine y'all finances together. Yeah, that gotta be said.
Oh, so it's
That,
levels to it.
yeah, it's definitely levels to it. Shoot, there's definitely levels to it. That's just something called, that's just a little tax. We ain't even supposed to be paying that, by the way. But yeah, it's just taxes. That's all everybody's financials is kind of messed up because we ain't taught it, right? That's nah, yeah, it's levels. Trust that. That's small compared to chopping
Mhm.
up folks or being being in the infidelity, being in yeah, how the hell I'm trying to say it, and not telling your man because you don't have nothing to stand on if you were to tell him or if he was to find out, right? She chose to wait till she found something that she felt that she can stand on, right? Found another dude, was like, okay, I'm you with you, I'm comfortable enough to just end it. Because I know I walk away from him, I can walk straight to you. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm about to tell him everything. You know what I'm saying? So to play devil's advocate, she wasn't supposed to tell him shit. She knew she was done. And that's me. But just put yourself in that person's shoes, man. That's all I'm saying. Before you before you throw out your accountability. Which brings me, which brings me to the this next topic point. All right, I'm ready. When it comes to accountability, women turns on invisibility. Instead of holding themselves accountable, most women disappear. Not all women, but most. Not all women. Hear me. Not all of you. I'm not talking to nobody personally. So don't get in your feelings.
Is this your disclaimer?
It's my disclaimer. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Boy, let me tell you something, man. When I put this out there to the people, you know what I'm saying? We got some democracy going. We want to know what y'all think. I got so many. Oh, you wrong. Oh, you wrong. That is no, because I stand up on mine. Like I didn't say you. I said, look, and I also know that men are the same way. I'm not talking to y'all right now. I'm talking to you women. I ain't talking about them. That can be another situation. I'm talking about women. A lot of women, and I've seen it in women more often than men, right? Not saying I don't see it in men, but more often I see it in women than I see in men, right? And
Mhm.
it's something they're supposed to do, or or something they're supposed to stand up for because somebody need answers to something. But instead of standing firm and spitting your truth out or holding yourself accountable, you disappear or you would do that deflection thing, right? And we got to address this, man, as people. And there were women who said, "Oh, I know a lot of women like that."
Mhm.
That's being accountable for your fellow woman because they've seen it. Yeah, I know a lot of women like that. Tracy, Stacy, and Lacey, man, them
Mhm.
motherfuckers, they run away. They disappear when it's time for them to be accountable.
Or they
And
are
that
you down?
or they will, man, they ain't wrong. They ain't wrong at all. They can never be. So with that, you agree, disagree, or agree to disagree to that.
That's a tough one because it's different scenarios for this one.
Okay. What you got?
I mean, I'm seeing more women that don't like their kids and leaving. I'm seeing more single dads.
Mm, that's crazy because that's the biggest comeback that women had when it comes to men. That was their biggest comeback. Outside of all the other things that we don't hold ourselves accountable to,
Hmm.
that was the biggest one when it came to men. Like, well, shoot, what about y'all that just leave y'all woman to be a single parent, and you ain't there for your child? You ain't be there to be a daddy to your child. That's the biggest one that I've heard. And for
Hmm.
you to say, well, you seeing women do it, that speaks volumes in what I'm saying.
Or they won't allow the man to see the child because they won't take accountability for their actions of why they're not seeing their child.
Hmm. Yeah.
They want to give the man hell. Just no, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to be with me in order for you to see your child. It
Mm,
shouldn't be like that.
mm, mm, mm.
You got to run me my money in order to see your child. Child support.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like that.
Or this is one of them. Um, I mean, yeah, uh, the child ain't yours, but shoot, he known you this long, so you might as well go ahead and just step up and claim to be his dad. Because I don't really know who this child's real dad is, because I was out there. You won't sit there and tell the world that you was out there, but the man in your life, you will blame him for, you know what I'm saying? Or
Hmm.
get at him for not being a part of your child's life when it's not even his child. Matter of fact, you don't even know who your child's father is. So you're gonna make sure one of these men that you are with, or this dude that you're with, is gonna hold that position down. So when that child gets older, he ain't gonna have a lot of questions. Like, yo, who is my dad? You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's a scenario I've seen.
So I think that's a big one in today's society.
Hmm.
Mothers being better mothers. They can't blame it on the 80s anymore. That crack phase is over with.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean it's not still out there, but it's not as big as it was.
we got something even worse now. But
What everybody want to be thoughts? That's even worse.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Um, one of my favorite comedians says something, Corey Holcomb, and he said, "What we see now are offspring of wretched club bitches."
That's kind of deep.
Right? The woman that's out there almost every weekend at this club, that club, that club, you know, have them a good time and see if they can trap a baller or somebody who got money, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who can hold them down. But you don't take accountability that that dude, he ain't gonna stay with you. He at the club just to see if he can hit it. And then he moves on. But you're pregnant now. You're bitter towards that man. You're bitter towards men, period, because you didn't take your time to find the right one. So now your child just out there because you don't know how to raise them because you know what I mean? It's just it made so much sense when he said it. And of course, this is not all women, but there's a lot of offspring of girls that we see now, teenagers and maybe even 20-year-olds. They're, excuse me, oh my gosh, they're the offspring of that woman, of that type of woman.
Hmm.
And that woman would never take accountability for that. She will always blame somebody else instead of themselves. For and this one right here, as many times have you seen Maury, you gotta be at some part. You gotta be like, okay, now the show is fake. There's no way that there's this many women out here who are bringing men to the show and not knowing who the dad is. Right? That's how I feel. I feel like the show is fake. I don't even know. I don't even believe it's real, and it is. But I don't want to. I don't want to allow my brain to accept that. Like that can't be real. This dude has seasons upon seasons upon seasons of just that right there.
Well, you already know how I feel about that. I know them things ain't real.
So those the maternity ones ain't.
I don't think they real. No.
I hope they aren't either because I really want to believe that they're not real. I really do because I'm saying to myself, there's no effing way. There's no way.
Because that's entertainment. That's what it is. It's just
I get
entertainment.
that. I do get that for sure. That it is entertainment. I like I said, I'm with you. I want to believe that that's fake. You know what I mean? Because if there's a chance all those episodes is real, my goodness, my goodness. Okay, let's bring up another scenario, right?
Mm-mm.
Say man, okay, now you are in agreement of let's say, okay, let's put it out like this. You are a a hairdresser,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you set these appointments, and these people, they ready to meet up with you. They ready to come show up so they can get their hair done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's small, but it's unprofessionalism. You let them know, like, well, hey, probably like 10 minutes before they on their way. Hey, look, uh, I forgot that I was supposed to go do this. So can we reschedule? Now, mind you, I'm saying this is some minute shit, but here's an example. Like you were supposed to do something. Everything was planned in advance for you to do something, right? And at the last
Mm-hmm.
minute, you change it up. Now, when that person that you changed it up on say something to you about it, you don't take accountability for it. You get mad at them. Well, mom, I got a life outside of doing your hair. I got something else I got to do. But well, I got a life. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed? You're supposed to get your shit in order because this person is coming to pay you for your service. Now they asked out, right? They probably you probably could have told them that about your prior engagement, and they probably could have found another hairdresser. Now this person is asked out, they hair jacked up. Now they gotta go to work with just a regular ass ponytail type. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably the struggle tail. It's just like
The struggle tell.
you you didn't do what you were supposed to do, and whenever it comes to it, you don't take accountability for it. You throw blame or you deflect yourself by saying some lame like, well, I got a life too. As a lot of that in today's society. I'm talking a bunch of that. It's small, it's minute, but it's present. We see it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But then don't do it then. Don't say you're gonna do anything if you're not gonna hold yourself to it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
It does go both ways.
I was just about to say that. Of course, we do the same shit as men. For sure we do. You know what I'm saying? A lot. And just this week, I decided that we're going to speak on the women. If you think we're not going to speak on the men and how we be fucking up out here, y'all got it wrong. Y'all got it wrong because we look bad out here sometimes, a lot of times. And as a man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take accountability and speak on it, right? Got
Mm-hmm.
to. And when I asked women, here's some of the responses I got. One woman said, as a mature woman, a mature woman will always take accountability in any situation, which is
Mm-hmm.
very true. Very true. Right. Now, if you can remember earlier in the first topic point, there was a woman that was just like, no, I disagree. I disagree. No, why do you say you disagree? Because it's a lie. I disagree. Saying that, you're making my point, right? You're making my point that you don't even want to take accountability of your fellow woman because I know you know women who do the same thing. But the fact that you don't want to take accountability and say, yeah, I know some women like that. Your whole thing is nope, 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 nope. We don't do that. No women does that. You're making my case. Now it's time to be accountable and you disappear or you deflect. You know what I mean? So that one was one of my favorite responses because it was just strictly nope, no way. That's a lie. Okay. So for you, what do you think about what I just said about that woman? Do I have a
Yeah.
point?
You do have a point. Um, but I mean, taking up for her, it may not been up, it may not been deflection, it just may have been just how she perceived things, you know. Sometimes people can only give you their opinion based on their experience.
I love that because that plays a big role when it comes to accountability. A lot of people just don't know.
Hmm.
They wasn't shown how to do that, right? So, can we agree to disagree, or can we agree that a lot of the times when we see these things that we were just speaking on, women don't want to take accountability for things, they disappear. What if, like you said, was they was never shown how?
Hmm.
So now they just got to stay in defensive mode and protect themselves by deflecting the truth or not taking accountability. I'm very glad that you said that because that is true.
Because some people do stand firm in their beliefs,
Hmm.
you know, so it may not be deflecting at all or not being accountable. It's just they believe what they believe in.
Well, your beliefs can change too when there's truth to it.
Hmm.
Like when we was children, we believed that Santa was real. As adults, as dumb as that story sound, we believe that shit.
Well, my parents never made me believe nothing because everything said mommy and daddy.
Okay,
They
with the
ain't
exception of you and a few others.
even.
there there are children out there who believe in Santa, and I was one of them. I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them who believed in it. You know what I mean? And I stood firm on it. Even though I wondered why the hell I ain't get the shit I asked for. And I was the shit in school. It was, what I'm saying? Make sure the academic was there. I got the A's, and I still ain't got the stuff I asked for. You know what I mean? So even though I wasn't getting them, I still stood firm. Like, well, man, shoot, he just, he just probably got me what I needed. Maybe didn't want me to have this, even though I asked for this and I did everything I was supposed to get
I wasn't bad this year.
it. Oh, I couldn't say that. Shit, all right, never mind. But nah, like to believe on something and stand on it, your belief can change because it might not be the truth. It might be your truth, and I get it, right?
Hmm.
But the truth, there are some truths that are you can't swindle. You know what I mean? You can't move it. It is the truth. It's rooted, and it just can't be moved. So
No, but you can bojangle it.
oh shit.
You can switch it up to your favor.
Mhm.
And I guess that's what you call deflecting, huh?
Manipulation. That's what we doing out here. So well, shit, because it is. That's why I can't
Well,
stand for
what
what.
happened was
Yeah, get out of here, man. That's up to that. But yeah, most of the responses that I've gotten was I'm just gonna have to agree to this bit
Hmm.
that women are they are and they aren't accountable, and when they are accountable, they stand on it. When they're when they're not, they don't stand on it. It's like it's a agree to disagree because
We
there's
could
truth
just,
behind both
yeah, and we could say it's based on the maturity of that person.
or what they've learned, as you said, and that
Hmm.
was deep. Maybe they was taught to deflect every time
I
and don't
mean,
know no
some of the,
better.
yeah, because have you ever seen somebody grandma thugging it out, and then you see the mama thugging it out, and the kids is
Hmm.
thugging it out?
Right. You know what I mean? They saw their mama do it, so it's like, you know what? That's the way.
Hmm.
That's the way. So here we go. Nah,
That's
I ain't
the
never
way,
wrong.
the way, the truth, and the light, right?
Oh no, I know you didn't go. Oh man. Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
you? No, no good.
But don't you know no? Shout out to Martin, boy. Nah, but I feel like we hit some points, man. We hit some points here. I I just want to say thank you because these topics couldn't have been spoke on without level heads, right?
Hmm.
If this topic was some lost and confused and just unaccountable people, we wouldn't have been able to speak on it. And with that, I do thank you for being a part of this one because my goodness, 9 times out of 10, y'all ain't wrong about nothing.
And we do appreciate everybody's feedback.
We do.
We really do.
We really, really do. And hit us up at the hearing. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you believe. Do you believe that marriage is a joke in today's society? Right? Do you agree with that? or you agree to disagree. Um, you can blame your ex for not being with that come up or that could have been. Do you agree or agree to disagree? Women can't, when it's time for them to be held accountable, they're invisible. They disappear or they deflect. Do you agree or agree to disagree? Right? Let us know in the comments. Let us know by hitting us up. Once again, you can hit us up incorrectly correct. DM. How can I get at you?
You can find me on Instagram, Angelic Senju.
Hit her up. Let her know what you think. Okay. And to the businesses out there, make sure you guys go and support them. Everybody is trying to make a Subway sandwich out of this crappy, crappy ingredients we call life. We're all trying to make something good out of this crap. So you see their work, go support them. Also, orgreswear.com. That's OIGRESWEAR.com. Go check them out. They do shirts, custom shirts, or the fun shirts that you would like to wear around. Go check them out. You see anything you like, make sure you make a purchase. Just go support these businesses. Anybody you want to throw out there?
Um, I mean, other than us, nope.
Mhm. Okay. Is there anything you want to tell the people before we get up out of here?
I do appreciate each and every one of you for listening.
Yeah, and I second that. And I also want to tell everybody, be accountable, right? It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to mess up. Be accountable for it.
We are human.
We are human, okay? And marry that woman because you love her unconditionally. You don't see yourself in nobody else. Marry that man because you love him. You'll do anything for him. You don't see yourself with nobody else. Don't do it circumstantially. Do it because you really want to be with that person.
And he's your best friend or she's your best friend.
There you go. And don't be out there blaming your ex for decisions you made. Don't do it. You made your decision. Stand firm on it. Be accountable for that decision. Okay. But make sure you are paying attention.
Do you want to throw your
Okay.
disclaimer out there again?
Yes. I am not speaking to all women. Okay. I'm not speaking to nobody personally. There's one that I spoke on personally, but I won't say her name. And I know when she hear this, I'm talking about your ass. Oh, look, we can't speak for everybody, man. I can't speak for everybody. There's no way that I can. I'm just telling you what I've seen as of late. That's it. That's all. That's all I'm running with. Men, we gonna get in y'all ass too. Don't worry about it. It's coming. Just not this episode. But look, man, we love you guys. We always appreciate our subscribers, right? We up to what, 12? You know what I mean? We in the double digits out here. Let's run it up because you can go to YouTube and check us out. And like I said, be on the lookout for the green room. It's about to be fun because we're gonna be live. And you can jump in whenever you want, speak your piece or type your piece. We about to take this, man, to heights. We about to have a good time. We want to appreciate you guys for riding with us. And once again, as you know here at Incorrectly Correct, we don't have all the answers, but we have all the banter. Come speak your mind. We can talk all day about it, man. This has been another episode. We love y'all. Peace.